Hello everyone, this is LW Gaming and welcome to a video guide about how the summoning system works. Well, you might have heard this name already. Well, that's because I did make this kind of video in the past, which of course a couple of weeks ago. So anyways, the reason why I want to make this again is because I wanted to update the video that I made previously, because there's some stuff that I said on that video was like somewhat out of date because I didn't realize the pity system that they have, which is way more complicated than I thought. So, anyways, in this video, I'm going to explain everything about how the summoning system works, but of course, in a more accurate way, of course. So, anyways, in the past, we did talk about some things about how the pity system works. Like in most gacha games, there's like a thing called like the pity. When you hit the pity, you'll end up getting someone that's actually really powerful, like the one that's like a legendary rank in this game, like the legendary character. I mean, so yep, in this scenario, unlike Languisher, where you get an SSR on 100, well, for this game, you do roughly get one. You do roughly get one at 100, but here's the catch. Even like if you end up getting someone that's like off banner, your pity does not reset. Instead, it will keep going until you reach the debut or whatever that was, like the feature pity. So basically, what that is that you're guaranteed to get someone that's actually on the banner after 180 pulls. But you could be lucky and end up getting someone that's like earlier than 180 pulls. So like for example, this is my pity meter right here. So previously I have the bar that's like used for Languisher's pity system, but now with the system I begin to understand about how this works. So I did the rework on the pity bar to make it look like this. So yep, it is retaining its horizontal orientation. Well, Languisher is using vertical because it's actually much easier. But for SOC or Solar Convallaria, I decided, you know what, maybe I should go for a different design, and this is what I went with. So far, it looks pretty clean, not gonna lie, and I still have 70 pity built up on this account, so we won't be getting Ida very anytime soon. But I might be lucky and end up getting her earlier than I thought. Although I did end up getting someone that's already like off banner, so that's why my pity is still at 70. Like for this case, like for Languisher, but my pity will reset whenever I get an SSR. So that's the one thing that I should think about. And also for SOC, like for SOC, I mean, is that there's like the pity bar will keep going until you get someone that's on banner, which is something I'm not used to. I'm not gonna lie, but over time I will get used to it. So, anyways, I'm gonna give a bit of a detail. So you might be thinking, aren't different types of banners have different rules of pity system? Well, you are right because there are some things I need to talk about here before we head off. So first off, let's talk about the debut banner. So for instance, this one is featuring Ida as the legendary character, and this is the probability for each of the rarities. Like you have 2% of getting a legendary, which is pretty low, but all right, because the game doesn't really want you to get someone that's actually pretty powerful right off the bat. I mean, you could be lucky and get her, but other than that, anyways, you have a 20% chance of getting epic, 40% chance for rare, and 38% chance for a common. So you may notice that the common has lower rarity, lower percentage than the rare. Well, that's because the game wants you to have like a incentive way to like getting yourself a decent character. So like commons sometimes aren't really that great, but rares could also help you out in some ways. But for epics, they could be at a similar level to a legendary. And for legendary, well, they're just legendary. They're strong. So, anyways, right now, like I said earlier, my pity rate is at 70, and the game it does track your pity summons. So, like it does track your summons. So for me to guarantee a debut character, it will be at 109 summons. Yeah, it just tracks your exact numbers, so it doesn't necessarily need to be tens. It could be like by ones or whatever. you get the idea. So, anyways, about the debut banner, you'll have like it's like the chance of you getting this feature character is a 50-50. So, you could end up winning that, or you could end up losing it, like me, and getting Alexa or Alexi. Is that? I think that's what it was. Anyways, one of those defenders units. This is the rules here. So once the overall summon count hits 100, you're guaranteed to obtain one release legendary character randomly. Of course, this does not mean you'll get the on banner one. So just let you know. And then the overall summon count resets when any legendary character is obtained. So yeah, as you can see here, if you end up getting someone that's like on a legendary status, your pity will reset, but your overall summons will not reset because the one that I hear this is the overall. So yeah, so as you can see here, I just need like 109, but in reality, I do need 110 to fill up the entire bar down there. And when that happens, I'll end up getting someone that's like on banner for sure, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, so as you can see. So anyways, let's talk about the Destined banners. This one features two characters. So yeah, anyways, this one, like I said earlier, the debut banner has like a 50-50, but for this one, you have a higher chance of getting one of those two. So, yep. So, but however, the principle of getting this is going to be the same thing, but here is a thing. Like the guarantee for this one is not does not carry over between like a different types of banners. So debut banner, if you pull on that one, it will carry over through another debut. But if you think about getting a destined character, it's going to be calculated as a separate thing. So yeah, this is way more complicated than you were thinking originally. So as you can see here, my destined guarantee for this one is 178 because last time I pulled on this was a barrel. And that's about it from here. And the probability of this is same as the debut. And also, yeah, so far it's actually like you have a better odds of getting those characters. But the good news is, so far none of those characters that have released in the game so far are limited. So that means you can always get those later on, but of course not as a on banner. But there's a good chance they'll reappear as destined. So don't lose your hope. Don't lose hope here. So yeah, I do get some people kind of find this complicated, but hopefully this actually give you an idea of how the summoning system works on this game because this isn't like Languisher. So if you came from Languisher to this game, you could somewhat easily understand how it works. But however, there are lots of complications with the different kind of pity rates because the pity amount on this game is 100 as usual, but the guarantee one is actually 180. And also, different banner types does not carry your pity, so keep that in mind. So yeah, the reason why I can tell is because the pity amount on guarantee on this one is actually very different. So that's telling me that this banner does not share the pity system with the debut banner. So yeah, I'm gonna see if this one does carry over to the next one, but let's see. Yeah, the debut summon count will continuously accumulate within the debut event. Okay, and yeah, and it's calculated independently. So yeah. So that means that you cannot use your pity that you pulled on that already to a different one. And also, the first summon banner does not count your pity. So yeah, just to keep that in mind. So anyways, that's about it for this video. So hope you all find this video somewhat helpful, and I'll see you all next time.